Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Pickett. I'm the SVP of Sales and Marketing here at Conversite. I just want to welcome everyone to the webinar today, where we're going to introduce the new version of our platform, CS23, we're calling it. So it is here. Get a chance to meet Athena, an augmented analytics reimagined platform, if you will. So today, I'm going to kick us off here as our host. I'm joined by our co-founders, Ganesh, our CEO, and Gopi, our CTO. And today they're jointly going to walk you through the webinar. And I'm going to just kind of position up front. Let me change the slide. There we go. Just to provide a quick overview to get us started. And then I'll turn it over to Ganesh. So we're going to do introductions. There's going to be a platform preview. And you're going to be able to experience firsthand how business leaders turn mass amounts of data into actionable insights. And that's in seconds, one question at a time. So we look forward to walking through that. We're also going to conduct a demo on the new version of our platform. And just to kind of set the stage, we have customers on the call, we have prospective customers, we have partners, colleagues on the webinar here today. This isn't going to be a deep dive demo. It's really going to highlight what's new with the platform. So I just kind of want to set the stage there. Of course, if anyone's interested in a more detailed demo, we could always set that up. So you can always reach out to us and we'll let you know at the end of the call how we could do that. Towards the end of the webinar, we're going to do a recap, and we do have a special promo that we're going to put out there for an end of year promo that will be applicable for both prospective new customers as well as existing customers. And then we have a Q&A. We're going to go through some questions and answers. Thank you to those who got us questions in advance of the webinar. We do have those ready to answer. For those of you who are joining the webinar now and have not gotten us questions ahead of time, feel free to use the Q&A function here within Zoom Webinar to ask questions. We'll continue to monitor that. And then when we get to that point at the end of the webinar, we'll get through as many of the questions as we possibly can. And then if we didn't answer your question on the call, we'll make sure to loop back around and reach out to you directly and get you those answers. So don't worry if we don't get to your particular question here today. And then we'll go from there. So we have a tight agenda here. We're going to just kind of move forward. And again, the main point today is to introduce the new version of our platform. So CS23 is what we're calling it, which is short for Conversite 2023, the version that's coming out. And obviously it's coming out just in advance of the new year. There's going to be enhanced capabilities that really provide organizations with increased flexibility to use our integrated augmented analytics platform. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Ganesh. He's going to present and kind of get into, giving you a firsthand look into how to make sense of augmented analytics in general, and then dive into a demo of the platform. Let me stop sharing, Ganesh, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everyone. Let me know if you can all see my screen. We'll get started. Okay. So, before getting into the Athena, Conversite, and then we'll use a term called augmented analytics. I thought we should just level set and give you a little bit about the metrics, right? We are all data people, obviously. So numbers is our favorite thing, right? So we want to understand what's happening, right? So these are all some of the metrics published by Gartner, Forrester, all the leading analyst teams. We work with them closely, by the way, right? So I don't think any of these metrics will be a big surprise for you. I'm sure somewhat estimated, but some are really high, right? 78% of the enterprise data goes unused. Is it true, right? And even after having thousands of reports and dashboards, when we started this company in 2017, Conversite, the last program I was leading, we were migrating 40,000 reports for a large enterprise from a legacy reporting tool to a modern reporting tool, 40,000. Having that in context, think about the 78% of the data unused. If they start using another 20% of this data, how many dashboards and reports that company will create, and how much dollars they will spend, and how much money and time, effort it will cost, right? And that's what the second metrics imply, that to create those reports, the data analyst, data scientist, the data people are spending tons of time, right? 92% of their time is just spent in operational tasks, moving data from here to there and looking at the data quality, all that. So you can say, yeah, they are data people. They're going to do all this. So what, right? That lead to all the business metrics, what you see in the bottom. Of course, we selected supply chain metrics because we saw most of you are from the supply chain space. 22% of the companies, I'm sure there are more, at least 22% of the companies admitted that they don't have a proactive mechanism to monitor their supply chain. That means they don't know which purchase order is getting delayed, or which product, or which raw material is going to be out of stock, or which SKU is out of stock in my during the holiday season now, right? At least 22% companies, right? They don't have visibility at all. And 69% of the companies have at least less visibility. They don't have end-to-end visibility. And no surprise, all of us use Excel, but in supply chain, that's really, really high, 68%, right? That's where we are bringing this technology, which I think for our customers realize some of these words, Conversite and Athena. Athena is our AI character. Athena is an augmented analytics assistant. Think of Athena as your analyst, a data analyst or a business analyst. That is what we call, instead of reporting and dashboarding, which is created by somebody, can you have an AI employee answer questions? Hey, who are my top 10 customers? And give me the list of items which are going to be stocked out. So that's called augmented analytics, meaning instead of an analyst created, you are augmenting that report creation, leaving that to an AI. And that AI's name, what we are calling is Athena, Conversite's Athena. You can interact with Athena. Our customers are doing that already, but now we are bringing a lot more capability. The last 1 year, what we have done, this bubble at 1 o'clock, what you see here, we have added a lot of data connectors. I know we have customers who are here using Fishbowl inventory, but today we can connect Fishbowl, NetSuite, SAP, Salesforce, Shopify, like that. 130 connectors we have. We have developed a lot of connectors. We have enriched a lot on the natural query, and we have converted a lot more proactive insights and automated dashboards. Many of those dashboards automated. And Gopi, our co-founder, is going to show something new we introduced, a data science workbench. Athena was answering questions on what happened, how much revenue we got in the last 18 months. But our customers were asking that, hey, can Athena tell me what is going to happen? That data is not available in your Fishbowl or in SAP or NetSuite. We need to generate it. We need to forecast it. That means we need to do data science work. So we are making that thing easy, and we are going to make Athena as a data scientist. Gopi is going to deep dive on that. And then once I can do some forecasting, obviously Athena can recommend you what you need to buy, what you need to build, what products you need to increase pricing, a lot of such stuff. So I'm going to come back on the right side on various different use cases. I know most of our customers are leveraging supply chain visibility side, but now they can take Athena to do a lot more forecasting, inventory optimization, sales analytics, pricing. So a lot of other use cases in the last 1 year we have done it. So at a high level, it's time. Obviously, we are all in a situation where a little bit out of pandemic, and then there is kind of a slowdown on financial and tech companies and supply chain companies are really looking for, the interest rates are going up. How do we reduce the cost on the inventory side? Every company we spoke in the last 2 months, at least 80%, said they need to reduce the inventory cost. Second, business leaders are not getting those insights quickly. They want proactively getting alerts, insights, and all that. For that, you need qualified data scientists when we connect with IT leaders, that's not easy, right? At least 60% that said they can't find those data science resources. And even if they find, they can't afford. They are way too costly. It's not feasible for them for executing a 1-year project, spending $1 million to do their forecasting and projection and all that. So that's where we need a solution like what we call Athena and Conversite. And we are already started doing for a number of customers in the retail, manufacturing, distribution. We are helping our customers in terms of reducing the inventory, reducing the stock out, delivering, on time, all that. So I just wanted to keep this session short in why we started this company Conversite and why we even are introducing CS23, a new avatar of Athena. It's because just answering question is not enough. Our customers are looking for Athena to be even more smart, even more, come and recommend, and be a data scientist. That's why we have innovated. We'll continue to innovate. I'm very glad to be here and introducing this new Athena. I'll come back and do a quick demo for you after Gopi share a little bit more about what's new and what's new for each one of you. As a business leader, as a business user, he's going to go walk through all that. Over to you, Gopi.
Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, everyone. Okay, hope everybody can see my screen. Okay, so as Ganesh mentioned, we provided an insight to our customers, right? And conversationally and in a conversational way, people can actually interact with Athena to get their day-to-day work, right? So, we've been serving hundreds of customers. There were a lot of requirement from them, feedback on Athena, right? And there were a lot of needs, not just BI solution, right? They also wanted a prediction in their forecasting, right? They wanted to have a prediction in the procurement, the failure of something, and margin erosion. In all these cases, so our customers needed a deeper understanding of the data, predict and prescribe something out of it. Instead of just an BI, we actually wanted to take Athena into the next stage of augmented analytics. So our team, my product engineering team, been working on this for almost a year now. And we are really happy to introduce Athena, the new avatar of Athena, the Athena 2.0. It's in beta, and there will be some customers who will be actually seeing this now. And in 2023, everybody is actually going to get this Athena. Okay, we are completely revamped our mobile experience and the UI experience. So it's going to be really new, refreshing, and very engaging, and improve our user interface a lot in this. You will enjoy using Athena with your smile in your face. There is an Athena 2.2 on the understanding part. So now it is better, it will better understand, and the responsiveness and everything actually improved a lot in 2.3. We are also bringing in an Twitter-like insight so that you don't have to go and ask questions every day. Athena becomes a storyteller. Your business will actually get an insight in the morning. Then you can actually don't have to get into the dashboard or even to ask a question, which you will actually on ad hoc basis. But the stories will be delivered to you, and you can actually go through the story. We are bringing in Athena everywhere. We can embed now Athena, so you don't have to come to even Conversite to see it or in a mobile. You can have your favorite Athena in almost everywhere you want, in any of the web pages, right, or any of the SaaS applications. For deeper data analytics and to get into the AI and ML part, we are bringing in AI Workbench, which we actually used internally to serve our customers until this point. And from next year, it will be opened up so that our customer can start using that. So you will be coding in a very familiar Python world and in Jupyter Notebook, and where you can augment Athena. So the intelligence of Athena can be built and plugged into Athena, where there are a lot of customization happen, or when there is actually a specific need and specific AI or ML thing has to be injected in. And there are a lot more new features and use cases, this is a short frame where we can actually show that in a new demo in the next. So what we do, we started the journey as a BI solution, conversational BI solution. We made the entire easy for any business analyst and business user to come, ask a question, create a dashboard or pin board in just a matter of in seconds, right? You just ask a question and then pin it, and everything is ready for you, right? And we actually started producing proactive insights to our customers. So this is where we started. We provided a mobile app and a web page for business users. What happened next is there is a need for deeper analytics capability needed by the data analysts. And what we did is that we introduced a no-code AI studio. Just drag and drop, create your own analytics in a matter of seconds, right? Deploy it and run it. You don't need to be a data scientist, a data analyst knowing the data, or a business analyst, even business analyst who knows the data can actually very easily use this AI studio to build their own analytics. Second, the embedding part of Athena, the smiling face of Athena can be everywhere going forward. You can embed that in any web application, just 10, 15 lines of code, pick it up, put it in your web page, and Athena is there. We made it such a simple so that you can integrate it in a matter of time. So we extended the data analyst persona to a data scientist and data engineers. What happened is that we started actually taking customer requests. We started working on their data, the analytical and prediction problems. And we actually hit a roadblock in 2 years before, where the problem is that we actually had canned AI models, which we were running, but they only went so far. And our engineering team, we went to a drawing board, and then we actually came up with a completely programmable in a low-code environment. So basically, you just bring in, open in a Jupyter Notebook, which is a development environment where the data engineers and data scientists can work on, and they can actually create an analytical flow in just a matter of days and deploy it in a zero ML logs. So that means the data exploration, the analytics, and then any model creation and deploying it can happen just in a matter of days, right? And again, it's all secured, right, within full access control, so that only people who can have access can only do that. So we are actually bringing in a new other feature. It's completely new in the augmented reality world, right? The augmented analytics world is a low-code web app application for data analytics, right? I know people do analytics, right? They create Jupyter Notebook, right? They take the data, Excel sheet data, they put it in any BI solution. But the time it takes, right? And the user interface for the business users is basically really, really low, right? It's going to take a month's time to do all this. And when business analytics or business user or business analysts want to use this, it actually takes a lot of time. They will not be able to even use it. So we are bringing in a very low code web app development, which is specifically tuned for data analytics purpose. Where, like an example of forecast, you can develop a run and forecast algorithm, and also can provide an overriding web app where they can go and override the forecast. This can be completely customizable for any customer, specifically for their user needs, and they can deploy it in just a matter of days. We all this is provided in a share and collaborative manner. What that means is a person comes and develop any algorithm, they can just publish that algorithm so that anybody in the organization can now reuse those algorithms, so that the reusability comes out of box within the platform. We also provide Python SDK so that you can interact with the entire Conversite and the Athena and impart those knowledges through our Python SDK. It's simple, it's open source, you can actually start using it. So these are the all new features which we are bringing in. Underneath the hood, we have actually tremendously improved our performance and latency, right? And also worked on to reduce the cost. So our compute cluster, which is completely new, where our analytical workload runs, it is completely configurable from the smallest compute node to the largest you can think about. And they are elastic in nature. That means you can just deploy it, but you will not actually incur or it will be a very minimal charge. When you start deploying it, the cluster automatically expands and reduces, so that you don't have to actually shed a lot of cost on it. But at the same time, you'll also realize the gain of running an algorithm. We have an hybrid data engine. That means basically it's both and cache ready, GPU and CPU based database engine, where our entire analytics workload runs on it. You will see when you are asked a question, even if it's a millions and millions of record, you are going to get an answer in just a matter of seconds. You don't have to wait like it to run for 5 minutes or 15 minutes as like any other data warehouse system you have. And our new knowledge graph, we call it a SynapseNet. It is custom built for the NLP and all other metadata related. So our entire semantic layer and natural language processing happens through our knowledge graph, which is completely new. All in all, we have about 5+ new capabilities, right? Starting from the business user, the business analyst, data analyst, and data science. And so anybody right from the data scientist to business can actually use our platform now. We have 20+ upgrades to Athena experience. So basically we have improved our entire UI and the layout, the user interaction, UX, and everything is revamped so that it makes the life of anybody using the system as simple, and then it's actually going to be really happy to use that. Right? So, and it's not that alone, right? We have 100+ enhancements which we have done under the hoods to improve the speed, latency, and security of the system. So, with putting all together, right? Conversite is an integrated data science and analytic platform. It is not just BI, it is not just data science. From the data sync, from the source, right? Doing an analytics, transforming your data, doing an analytics, and creating a data mart and a semantic layer, right? And till where Athena, where you can come and ask questions, all can happen in one platform now. So you don't have to spend the time and effort and the cost on data sync tools, then data engineering, data science tools, or BI tools. So Conversite and Athena provide an integrated platform, and the cost optimization, the time and effort optimization is going to be really, really great, right? I'm going to actually stop here, and Ganesh is going to take you and walk you through the new Athena, right? And talk about new key features and also the other solutions which we have actually built on top of Athena. Over to you, Ganesh. And thank you all.
Thank you, Gopi. There was a lot of stuff right on the platform side. For some of you on the business roles, maybe too much, but at least it'll give you a gist on what's happening behind the scene. You all have seen, some of you have seen Athena as reports and dashboards and all that, but what happens behind the scene? So that's something what Gopi has shown, and I hope I can understand probably some of it, but Athena is much more smarter than me. And but one point I want to leave here is at Conversite, we are covering from data storage, the data integration, the data visualization, a mobile app, and the data engineering, the data science, all that in one platform. if you are comparing that with a reporting solution, think about how many tools you need to buy. At least 4: a database and data, data science platform, and data integration platform, and data visualization platform, right? 4 at least. And integrating all that is going to be taking tons of time. So that's, to me, was a big thing what the team has done in the last 1 year in the CS23. While this gives a lot of power for our customers, for us, for all our users and all these different roles. And then I think I'll now take a little bit more on show you a platform. Before I go show the platform, I want to see, who we have. Like, I know we have a lot of people. Just high level, let's understand what are you doing. If you can launch 1 or 2 survey questions, if you could take a minute, are you into more supply chain, finance, IT, leadership roles? So if you could give us, that will give a little bit for us on what use cases we can showcase really well. I have a lot of things to show. I don't think this 30 minutes or 45 minutes is enough. And if you can provide a little bit of these feedback, we can do that. Okay, while you're doing that, I'll get started. What you're seeing in the screen here is Athena on the right side, embedded in Shopify. Can you believe that you are in Shopify as an e-commerce customer and you are receiving an order? You want to know whether you have an inventory. And that is not in Shopify, assume, like or pricing or your purchase orders. You are using a third-party warehouse. Athena can read data from the third-party warehouse and show you within Shopify. Without you leaving, without you logging, how cool it'll be. That's part of CS23. Now Athena is available as an embedded extension in anywhere, any tool where you are going can be embedded. That's a very big change and game of it. Okay, now let's go on to the demo. I'm going to share. Some of you have seen the platform. I'm going to show Conversite in the demo. So I'm just logging in. Give me a second. In the meantime, if you have questions, this is a time. Ask any questions you have, and we'll be happy to answer in another couple of minutes. So I have logged in to our demo account. What you see here in the top, some of you who are existing customers will see a difference from the old to new, including the logo. And as Gopi mentioned, Athena will bring a smile in your face. That's this. This is your Athena. Athena's here. We have embedded Athena within this Conversite platform as well. So Athena is just here in one click to answer questions. Okay, I'll come to that. So what we did in the augmented analytics world first one is, we understand all our customers, that they are CEOs, CFOs, supply chain leaders, purchasing managers. They're all busy. They don't have time. While Athena is ready, waiting to answer questions, our business leaders may not have time to come and ask questions. And if we provide Athena for a team of 10, what we noticed, realized, obviously we're all monitoring like who's using, what kind of questions you're asking. Obviously, Athena need to improve, right? So part of that, we realized that in a team, 2 or 3 people, like good 30% is really engaged, ask a lot of questions to Athena. Others are followers. They're good with some dashboards, some insights. So what we thought, instead of the busy leaders coming and asking the same questions every day, and the 70% of the people who are not asking questions, we introduced something called insights, more like a Twitter. I'm coming here, Athena is telling that I'm holding $24 million inventory in my warehouse. And I have 338 delinquent purchase orders. That's something I need to worry about, right? I need a list of delinquent purchase orders. I have it here at a high level, but I have Athena waiting for me to get that list immediately. And there are, revenue metric, spend, sales orders with higher priority. I can just, if I have time, I can just read through this news. I'm empowered in the morning. And I can do this here in the browser or in my mobile. So I have my own version of Athena in my phone. And in the morning, I have a 20 minutes drive time. I just open Athena, just read news of everything, like all of your metrics, of course, customer metrics on, are there any open issues and how many, customers are onboarding and are there any delays, all those metrics. For you in supply chain and finance and sales, these are all different trends and metrics Athena can monitor proactively, both financially rule-based or algorithm-based. Gopi talked about revenue erosion, margin erosion. If one of your customers are giving 200 orders a week and suddenly you're receiving lesser or even more, both are problems in supply chain today. If I get more, that means I'll potentially stock out. If I don't plan, if I get less, I have an excess inventory. So Athena can proactively monitor those for you and bring you. So I'm not doing anything here, just scrolling, and Athena is giving all kind of metrics on from sales to inventory, damage, and various different metrics across my data. Right? Of course, security is involved. Not everybody can everything. So there are controls, governance, all that is applied. So that's on the proactive insights. I can take this entire 30 minutes to scroll and get more and more insight. This is an exciting stuff, I'll tell you. This is the augmentation. This is what Gartner says, what the customers need in 2025, which we are bringing now, is augmented consumer. As a consumer, valued consumers, we don't need to spend time in creating reports. We need to spend time in running a report. The AI system should know who I am and what information I need to manage my business better and start giving it. This is a step one towards that journey. That's kind of what you see in insights. Okay. You have seen, some of our existing customers have seen dashboard. What happened to them? All those dashboards, all are here in dashboards in a nice and easy look and feel. And obviously there are different colors and different styles and all that. If I want to know my self-stock analysis, let's go and check how much in my stock, how long my inventory is waiting there, all kind of charts and views you can see. And if I want to look at my damage stock, I have a $1.5 million worth of damage stock where I have and all that. And damage stock by damaged aging, how long it's sitting, just one click, I get all kind of information and new charts, different layouts, a lot more power for you. There's a waterfall, there's geo charts, and so a lot of different charts and things were introduced, from scheduling to sharing. Some of our customers experience that if you share a dashboard, it become, you need to clone it, make your own copy to change it. Now no problem, you can just share it. You want to share it as an editable copy, you can share it. So a lot more improvements. Obviously, as Sean mentioned, I'm not going through each and every button and feature here. That'll take a couple of hours. We like to schedule, our customer success team will provide you a little bit more deep dive demo. So dashboards are enriched, lot more control, lot more power, lot more charts. So you have a lot of things. One more thing you will notice here in all these is a like button and a comment button. So if you know what action you are taking as a warehouse manager or a supply chain leader, you can come and document that. And so when your CEO is coming and looking at this, they're looking at this 1.63 mil plus the commentary, what you are sharing. So that's possible now. And there is a lot more to it. If you have a question that, hey, what happened to this 1.63? What are we doing with this? If you have a question on, you can ask a question and it's going to generate a workflow. That's something we are working on. So a lot of collaboration between your different teams is possible on this one. So in a nutshell, in dashboards, better control, lot more style, new dashboards, new collaboration you can do in this version. That's dashboard. Next, control tower. Few of our customers have seen control tower. Control tower is something we have launched last 1 year in a beta mode, and now we are making it GA, generally available. Control towers are used to tell story. So in this new version of Athena, what we are calling Athena is a storyteller. What does a storyteller mean? It's not just coming and telling the numbers, right? Athena need to come and tell you a story. To tell a story, Athena need to plot it. So let's go. We have been started using this, in a MRP or a purchasing thing. Look at the flow, right? Like what's happening in my entire business. So it's a drawing. Okay, I have fluctuating quarterly demand. Okay, something I need to look at it as a purchasing leader. And MRP is good. Nope, no error, no problem. And I have 14 POs critically I need to release. And POs are, there are a couple of POs which are going to miss their deadline. And plan versus actuals. Okay. And so all the metrics in my supply chain I can track in one go. Okay, different departments, right? And if I'm from inventory team, I can go look at it. Or if I'm operational, you can look at it. There are some 23 back orders here, and if I click this, it's going to show what you need to reorder. So the control towers are the modern dashboards. You must have heard some of the analysts talking about dashboards are dying, because dashboards are showing numbers. Dashboards are not telling you a story. With this flow, we are trying to bring a story. Of course, we are going to come back with CS24 and show you a lot more on data storytelling. And we work with one of the CFO. CFO was asking, Ganesh, why are you guys showing control towers only for supply chain? Can you do a control tower for me as our CEO and the CFO? Yep, no problem. We did this control tower. Can you look at this control? This is very interesting for me as a CEO as well. My overall revenue, not mine, sample data, $1 billion. And of course, I wish all our manufacturing companies are operating this margin 77%, then we can all be rich. Of course, sample numbers, dummy numbers. So 74%. And then within surgery, opticals, pharmacy, what's happening? One level below. Okay, now go to next one, reverse COGS. Take one department, my pharmacy department, 1.8 billion. Out of that, what's coming from each of these divisions? It's a new balance sheet, isn't it? It's a new P&L in a way, but in a lot more interactive way. If I click one, it's going to open a dashboard and show a lot more numbers. So it's a control tower for the CFOs. And if I have multiple locations, okay, I want to know margin. I want to compare margin across all my locations. Yep, no problem. I want to compare cost. I can do it, right? I want to compare a contribution of particular, I want to look at the revenue, one click. So we have introduced something called this control tower. It's a lot more pleasing, different kind of uses. So that's module 3. Now, as usual, like you are the famous Athena. Athena's here. Wherever you are, Athena will be waiting there and ask a question. Earlier, in our old version, Athena used to be on the left side. If I look at dashboard, if I need to ask Athena, I need to leave the dashboard and go to Athena. Today, in this new version, I'm in a dashboard, in stock dashboard. and I'm reviewing this number, I have a question. Click here. Without leaving, you can come and ask questions. There are various questions. Athena, remember, a lot more metrics now, a lot more understanding. As Gopi mentioned, it's a 2.0. Athena is graduating slowly. So Athena started understanding a lot more terminology, but Athena is not a human. We do realize that. So Athena is getting better and better. We are doing a lot of R&D on making Athena understand this. We have introduced a lot more details around the pivoting. Some of our customers had challenges in exporting to an Excel. We have improved it with the formatting, without formatting, conditional formatting. So a lot of improvement is done in this new version of Athena on that side. So now this Athena, what you see here on the right side, can be embedded anywhere. You can maximize Athena and take just this Athena, put it in your QuickBooks, put it in your Shopify or Salesforce, SAP. So you can integrate, embed Athena into many other applications. So that's where when you are reviewing your, a customer order, we have a new retail customer. They have their CRM. When the customer is, calling and placing an order, Athena pops on that same screen and tell that, hey, for customer XYZ, we missed on time. We missed to deliver on time last order. Now the customer success person has that information and immediately was able to acknowledge that mistake, acknowledge that the issue, and offer a 10% discount. So that is something wowed their customer, and Athena made that possible. And that missing delivery information is not in their CRM, it's in their ERP system. So now that embedding is not just technical embedding, it's not just ease of use, it is timely insights. That's one of our goal, right? Actionable insights, right? Instantly. That instantly is where we are going towards that. Okay, now Gopi spoke a lot about data science modules. Where is that, right? So from that standpoint, you see here, I am an admin in this. So I have enabled this administration, the configuration. So here, so users will see just the dashboard insights and all those. As an admin, I can enable some of these advanced functionalities as an analyst. So I can do it. So here, I have all kind of data connectors. We spoke about that 135 connectors. One click, I have all those connectors here, right? And okay, I'm connecting the data. I can manage the data. Where do I get from the sales data? Where do I get from inventory data, Shopify, all kind of connectors. Then I can train Athena to understand newer things. Of course, data governance, data security is very critical. So we have enriched that. We are becoming a SOC 2 compliance company now. So that means even more critical requirements, and we are serving a lot more customers now in the life science, pharma, financials. So all need a lot more control. So we are doing that on the data governance side. And we have introduced the workbench, the notebook where Python code can come, and someone can come and run a forecasting model and start tracking how the forecasting model is running, and can measure, modify, configure, all that kind of stuff. And most importantly, this is the interesting stuff for a lot of our customers, that Athena can generate forecast today, and you can, it's running the forecast right now. It will take a minute or two. Now, yeah, there you go. So you have the forecast, and Athena is giving me forecast for next week and 651. Okay, I want to make it 700 because I know I'm getting a new customer, whatever. I can override. Once you override and submit, Athena is going to do the rest of the job and do the recommended purchase orders, right? So my whole MRP it's not just based on the historical data. It can be using 8 different algorithms. Athena just become a data scientist. Athena can become that recommending the purchase orders and recommendation build and all that kind of stuff. So that's a lot of new functionalities we have introduced in that. And for existing customers, you got all this functionality, what you have. Initially, I showed not the data science module and the control tower, all those are the add-on functionality, but the unlimited dashboards, new look and feel, this new Athena, it's all available for you without any additional cost. All you need to do is start adapting to new one, little bit of training. It's much more improved, so start using the new version. We will be glad to schedule separate time with you to walk you through all these different controls. But for new customers, we'll be very happy to address specific use cases. If you are thinking, if you are using Excel, we are using a reporting tool, I'll tell you, it's like it's an all-in-one integrated. That's what we need today in the augmented world. We don't have time to buy 4 different tools and integrate and stitch everything and get into all kind of integration issues. This is where we are bringing this all this together. I'm very excited today to present this to you, various different controls and algorithms. So ask questions, and inviting Sean to start getting some questions, and let's start answering questions. Thank you, Sean. Take it over.
Great. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, Gopi. Just to do a quick summary, I'm going to share screen here.
Yep.
Let me see if I can grab that back.
And maybe a time for another survey question, if you could answer while Sean is bringing up. Can we get another survey question, please?
Yeah, so if Cassandra, Catherine, there we go. So get another question up here. What's your biggest data challenge facing your business today? As everyone's answering that, just do a quick summary overview. So Ganesh and Gopi did a wonderful job of walking through the new release known as CS23 and what's involved in that. And you can see there's a lot of updates and improvements that we've made to the platform. Also talked about augmented analytics as a concept and how it can help you transform your business. So I thought that we thought that would be good to really kind of position that as well, because when you look at Athena, she is really an augmented analytics AI assistant, right? It's the persona that we put around that AI assistant. And now Athena is everywhere in the platform. So it's for ease of use. You can always know that Athena's smiling face is in the bottom right corner of the platform. Furthermore, Athena is now a storyteller. She provides descriptive analytics, proactive analytics, getting into predictive and prescriptive as we move forward. So Athena is that augmented analytics AI assistant, and we can even embed Athena for partners that are on the call into applications that they have from a software perspective. So there's over 130 plus integrations into different systems, but we can embed Athena in any software package. So that's something just to keep in mind. So again, the questions out there, what's your biggest data challenge facing your business today? We appreciate everyone for answering that. I'm going to go ahead and share screen. That up there. Okay, let me get that out of there. So can you see my screen okay?
Yep.
Slideshow mode. We good? Ganesh, you can see it okay?
Yep.
Okay, great. So one thing we did promote when we were sending out invites for this webinar is an end of year promotion that's in conjunction with this new release. We wanted to make sure that the end of year promotion is applicable for both new customers and existing customers. So for existing customers, as you know, we have use cases, which are really modules within our platform. So if you add a new use case by the end of the year, so for signed contracts by the end of the year, for existing customers, that's adding a new use case, we're going to provide 2 months free of charge on a 12-month or longer contract. And for new customers, it's, sign up by the end of the year, and it's the first 2 months free of charge of a 12-month or longer contract. So to learn more about that, you can reach out to your account executive if you're already speaking to someone. If you're an existing customer, you can reach out to your customer success manager or account manager. You could always reach out on our website and request a demo or schedule a demo there. And then I'm going to provide contact information for Jordan Howard, who is our senior director of sales, at the end of after the question or Q&A session that we're going to have here in just a second. So that gives you someone to reach out to as well. So there's plenty of ways to reach out to us. We're here to help. If you want a more detailed, in-depth demo, again, reach out to your account executive or customer success manager. Happy to dive through that. As Ganesh mentioned, we couldn't possibly get through everything on today's call, so we want to make sure we're staying on track here. So let's jump into some questions here. So we appreciate all those that supplied or provided us with questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna facilitate this part of the webinar and just ask the question, and then have Ganesh or Gopi, depending on what's more who's more applicable for the answer the question, just answer it. So first question we had is, how is this different from traditional BI tools? Ganesh, you want to take that one?
Yeah, sure. I think the fundamental difference is, after working for like 20 years in this traditional BI space, as I mentioned in my initial overview, building reports and dashboards, there's no limit, right? More and more you want to connect data, more and more reports and dashboards you create. I've seen reports, one report providing the data at a week level, one report month level, one report for top customers, the other report for all customers. Everything was a separate report. And then I was, we were used to work with a big logistics company. And every time when they onboard a new customer, they develop like 30 reports, 30 new reports for every customer they onboard in a logistics space. What a waste of effort and time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the reporting or a visual era is moving into the augmented era. In this world, you just ask a question. So no reports are created. So fundamental difference is, don't create reports, generate reports.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, don't go run your report. Let Athena run it and give you the insights. When there is a price increase, do you really need to build a report, run a report every week, go analyze a price increase? Can you offload that work to Athena? Let Athena monitor the price increase and come and tell you that there are price increases in the raw materials, 5 of them, and this is going to impact 18 of your product. By what percentage, right? So that is where the traditional reporting tool, BI tool, to the augmented analytics platform like ConvertSites is different.
Great.
Augmented.
Yeah, augmented. So we talk a lot about, potentially a looming recession. There's lots of concern on an economy that may contract a bit. And that could mean staff cutbacks or just not hiring more, where you're trying to get after, analytics, data analytics to have visibility into the key metrics to run, grow, and operate the business. So what we like to say is hire Athena. She can augment your team, support your existing team, especially if it's a lean team. Hire Athena. Athena's always on, she's always working, she's always there for you. She can quickly do that mundane work of talking to your data, having a conversation, bringing back those reports and dashboards pretty quickly. That saves an incredible amount of time and puts the useful information at your fingertips to make those decisions. So that's a very good point and a good distinction of why this is different. With other tools, you're going to have people really spend a lot of time gathering the requirements, going and building it out, using the tools to build all that information out in the dashboards and reports. So it's an incredible time saver. Another question we got on the chat: how does Athena forecast out new models when there's no historical sales data for those new part numbers? So let me repeat that. How does Athena forecast out new models when there is no historical sales data for those new part numbers?
I think that's a critical point to understand in any forecasting, right? So I'll give you, how we are approaching that problem, right? So obviously, for any forecasting, historical data is critical. So what we look at is that you can look at the historical data in 2 ways. One, at individual part level, SKU level, product level, or at a family level. Can we classify that history at roll up to one level? So we want to look at an individual part level, product level, and a family or a group, a subgroup kind of a level. So now what we are trying to do is creating a historical data for that family. Now, when you are talking about this new part where there is no history, what we can do is now two ways. One, what is the family this part belong to? So now we can borrow the history one way. The other approach in our forecasting model we are offering is a look-alike, meaning, is this a new version of an old product? If yes, you can map this. This is same as old. This is a V2 of the old. So now we can just take V2's forecast completely. So that is how we are handling that. So that way, historical forecast can be generated for both new products as well as the old products.
Great. Thanks, Ganesh. Andy, hopefully that answers your question. If you want more detail on that, feel free to reach out. We can elaborate more in a one-off discussion with you. So thanks for that question. There was another question asked, just in general, can the recording of this be made available? The answer is yes on that. So we'll get that out to everyone. Another question, how does a team relatively new to analytics manage this level of data?
You mean security? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
Sean?
So how does
I was reading another question.
Yeah. So we see this across customers, like new customers, right? Like if this is a new concept, they may have used some other tools, but obviously we've already kind of positioned how augmented analytics, Athena, the power of the platform, especially with all the new features. So if we get to a new customer and their team is relatively new to analytics, just in general, like trying to make sense of their data analytics and AI journey, if you will. So how does a team that's relatively new to analytics manage this level of data? Like now, all of a sudden they're overwhelmed. They have more data in storytelling around it and insights, and they can ask questions like, how do they make sense of that? How do they manage that level of data? Yeah,
I would say, I think you used a term, hire Athena. That's what I would say. You know, if a team it's a 10-member team, okay, 10-member sales team, or like 5-member supply chain team. Let's take 5-member supply chain team, and you have a lot of questions on data and all those. What do? You need help. You go hire an analyst, right? That analyst is Athena. You are hiring this Athena just for one department, like supply chain now. So now the moment Athena comes, you are first giving some details, maybe spend, I would say, like 4 hours in a period of like, the first month. You give the data to Athena and give some sample reports. So then Athena can start reading the data, mapping the data, and to start generating insights. We also here, like we have a solution consulting team with a lot of experience in supply chain. They also kind of come and help you training Athena. So typically it takes same as how you onboard an analyst in a team. If you are clear on where your data is and what you want Athena to do, like in the first 6 weeks, Athena can deliver that. And it is not overwhelmingly, like you can just start with dashboard and ask Athena questions. And then when you start answering, okay, I keep coming and asking this question, Athena realize that you're asking, then the proactive insights start. It's like day one, you'll have like 30% of what I showed, and then slowly it goes. It's an incremental journey. You'll not be bored with a lot, overboard with a lot.
Right. And one thing I'll add to that is we have an implementation team. We have a solution consultant that's applied to each of our customers to guide you through the process. And then ultimately a customer success manager that's going to continue to make sure that our customers are extracting value out of the product. So just keep that in mind. One more question I think we have time for. We're right at time. There was one question, can you connect to Shopify and QuickBooks? I can answer that. Yes, we have connectors for that. But the one that I wanted to ask is, or highlight, and then for the rest of you that ask questions, we'll follow up with you and make sure we get you those answers. But I'm an existing customer. How can I get started with the forecasting module?
Oh yeah, so if you are already connected, I'm sure we must have connected your sales data, purchase data, inventory, all that. So it's an add-on module, so you can connect with the customer success person. Forecasting or any of the modules, right? You want to add forecasting analytics or sales analytics, pricing, any of these modules are click away. So you can let your customer success team and they'll quickly show you a deep dive demo and then any inputs they need and you need, and then we'll be able to configure. All we need to know is you want it weekly or monthly, and at what level, and we can do that. It's a couple of weeks process, we can deliver it.
Great. So just to wrap it up, thanks Ganesh, thanks Gopi. Really appreciate it. You guys did a great job walking through that. Feedback's been positive in the chat from the attendees, and we still pretty much have everyone here. So I appreciate everyone hanging in there with us. Just to wrap it up, thanks for your time. Really appreciate everyone staying here and being engaged in the webinar. Obviously, this is scratching the surface. There's so much more we can show you and keep it specific to your particular situation. So feel free to reach out. I have Jordan Howard's contact information here. He's our Senior Director of Sales. He can kind of triage. If you're already working with someone internally, he can get you to them. For those that are new, reach out to Jordan. He'll make sure that he takes care of your needs and gets the right people in front of you. If you have a customer success manager or an AE you're working with, you can reach out to them and we'll continue on there. We're going to follow up with a recording for this webinar. We will provide the slide deck as well, so everyone has that. And then there is that special promo that we had talked about. So just mention it. We have CS23 2M, which means 2 months for free, but you don't have to get that technical with it. Just mention it. Hey, I want to take advantage of that end of year promotion, and we'll know what you're talking about. So make sure to take advantage of that, or at least ask about it so you understand what's available there. And just want to thank everyone for their time. We really appreciate everyone stopping by, and look forward to finishing the year strong so we could all start fast and make sure we're adding value to everyone's business here. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sean. Bye.